Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss how to write a program to find the longest happy prefix. A string is called a happy prefix if it is a non-empty prefix which is also a suffix, excluding itself. Given a string S, return the longest happy prefix of S. Return an empty string if no such prefix exists. Let's take example 1. Here they have given the input value as level. The longest happy prefix is L. So here we have to know what is prefix and what is suffix for the word level. So the prefix are L, LE, LEV, LEVE, LEVEL. These are all the prefix for the given word. Let's find the suffix L, EL, VEL, EVEL. These are all, this word level will not be considered. Yeah. So these are all the prefix we have, and these are all the suffix we have. Here I need to find which is the longest happy prefix. So when I say happy prefix, it should be same as set of prefix and suffix. So here L is the only word, so the output is L. Let's go for second example. So in the second example, we'll find what are all the prefix we have. A, AB, ABA, ABAB, ABABA, that's all. These are all the prefix we have. Let's find the suffix. The suffix are B, AB, BAB, ABAB, BA, BAB, that's all. These are all the suffix we have. So when I compare with this, the longest common prefix and suffix are AB, but this is not the longest. ABAB, ABAB. So these two are common and this is the longest. So the output is ABAB. Okay. Now let's discuss the logic of the program. So this program can be solved by using an algorithm called KMP algorithm. In KMP algorithm, we will be finding longest prefix and suffix. By using that, we will be solving this particular question. Now let's discuss how to find the longest prefix and suffix. So here I have taken a word. So for this particular word, I am going to find the longest prefix and suffix. Okay. For that, I have to find the length of the given string first. So for that, I'll take int length is equal to, I'll take the given string s dot length. So I have found the length of the string. After finding the length of the string, I need to convert the given string into character array because we have to iterate one by one, right? So I'll convert the given string into character array. Ch equal to s dot to char array. I have converted the given string into character array. Now I will be taking an array of size length. So to store the longest prefix and suffix length. So LPS equal to new int of length. Okay. So I'll take an array called LPS. Okay, done. Now I am going to initialize a value as 0 for the first index value. LPS of 0 is equal to 0. So the first index value I will initialize it to be 0. Okay. So let's take an array of size length. Got it. Now I am going to declare two variables. One variable is used to iterate the given string. Another variable will take length for comparison. Okay. So I will take a variable called I. This is for iterating the given string. I'll start from the index value 1. And I will be taking one more variable called length for comparing with the previous character, initial with 0. Let's take this is the length variable. Let's take this is the length variable. Red color states the length. This is a variable length. Now I should start from the index value called 1. Yellow color is used for iterating the given string. Yellow color is I. This red color is the variable length. Let me give length here itself. So length is going to point to the index value called 0. Now let's start the iteration from the string from the index value called 1. So I'm going to take a while loop while I less than length. Okay, let's start iterating the given for loop. First, what I have to do is I have to compare the two characters, which is the character which is present on the index value I and the character which is present on the index value length. I have to compare these two characters. What I'm going to do, if ch of I equal to ch of len. I am comparing these two characters. If these two characters are equal, I have to do 3 steps. First step is increment the len value. Okay, len value from 0 it will be incremented by 1. Okay, and then take the updated len value, store it in LPS of I. So I is pointing to the index value 1. So on the array LPS, I have to update the len value. What is my len value? 1. Update. Then go for the next I value. Now what did I say? First step, I have to increment my len value. Okay, len value has been incremented. Second step, update the LPS of I with the len value. Then go for the next I value. That's all. If the condition is false, we'll discuss that later. That I'll write it in this place. Else I can. If the condition is true, I have to iterate all these things. Okay. Fine. Now let's go for the next character. So here what should I do? I have to check. The character is B. I is pointing to the index value 2, len is pointing to the index value 1. So if ch of I equal to ch of len. So B and A is compared, both are not equal. If both are not equal, I should not go inside the if condition, I have to go for the else case. Now, after going inside the else case, I have to check one condition. What is the condition I have to check is, if len is not equal to 0. If length is not equal to 0, I have to do one thing. If length is equal to 0, we have to do one thing. Okay. So in this case, length is not equal to 0. If len is not equal to 0, what I have to do is, I have to go one step backward of len, and what is the value stored in LPS that has to be updated to the variable len. So what I am going to do is, I have to go one step backward of len. So one step backward of len states that len minus 1. Len minus 1. So whatever the value stored in that LPS array, whatever the value stored in the LPS array, that has to be stored in the variable called len. So I'll take len and I'll take len to go one step backward. Whatever the value stored in the LPS of len is 0, that should be updated to the variable called len. That's all. Then go for the next iteration of my while loop. Go for the next iteration of my while loop. I less than len. Wherever I is pointing, that is pointing to the variable called B. Check ch of I, that is B, equal to ch of len A. Both are not equal. If both are not equal, what I have to do? I have to go to the else part. Now check whether len is not equal to 0. Actually, len is pointing to the index value called 0. So if condition becomes false, I'll go to else part. I'll go to else part. Here what I have to do is update the LPS of I value. LPS of I value is 0. Update the LPS of I value is 0 and increment my I value. That's all. So LPS of I value will be updated to 0. Then I'll go for my next I value. Done. Now go for the loop again. I less than length. I is pointing to the index value equal 3. 3 is less than length. So what I have to do? I have to check the character which is present on the index value I and character which is present on the index value len. So A and A. Both are equal. If both are equal, what I have to do? Increment my len value. Okay. Update the len value in LPS of I. Okay. Then go for the next I value. Fine. Go for the next iteration. I less than len. Yes, I4 is less than 11. Condition is true. The condition is true. What I have to do? Ch of I equal to ch of len. So character which is present on the index value I and len. Both are equal? Yes. If it is equal, increment my len value. Update in LPS of I. Then go for the next I value. Done. Then go for the next iteration. I less than 10, 5 less than 11. Yes. Condition is true. I'll go inside. I have to check the character which is present in the index value I and len are equal. So C and B. Both are not equal. If both are not equal, I'll go to the else part. In the else part, what I have to do? I have to check one condition. Check whether len is not equal to 0. Yes, len is pointing to the index value equal to 2. So what I have to do? Go one step backward. Whatever the value stored in the particular LPS array, that should be pointed by len. So len will be pointing to the index value equal 1. That's all. So then go for the next iteration. I less than 10. That is 5 less than 11. Condition is true. So I will be comparing the character which is present on the index value I and the character which is present on the len. A and C are not equal. So what I have to do? Go for else part. Check whether len is not equal to 0. Yes, len is pointing to index value equal to 1. So that is not equal to 0. I have to go one step backward. Whatever the value stored in LPS of whatever the value stored in LPS of len minus 1, that has to be stored in the variable called len. Press len minus 1. So one step backward. On that particular index value, whatever the value stored in the LPS array, that has to be stored in the variable called len. Then go for the next iteration. I less than len. I is 5, 5 less than 11. Condition is true. Now what I have to do? I have to compare ch of I with ch of len. C and E are not equal. So go for the else part. Check whether len is not equal to 0. Actually len is equal to 0. If condition becomes false, so go for the else part. So the else part, update the LPS of I value was 0. Go for the next I value. Check I less than len. Yes, 6 less than 11. Condition is true. Compare the character which is present on the index value I and the character which is present on the index value len. Both are equal. If both are equal, what I have to do? Increment my len value by 1. Update it in LPS of I. Then go for the next I value. So 7 less than 11. Yes, condition is true. So what I have to do? Compare the character which is present on the index value I and the character which is present on the index value len. Both are equal. If both are equal, what I have to do? Increment my len value, store it in LPS of I, go for the next I value. So 8 less than 11, yes, condition is true. So compare the character which is present on the index value I and len. Both are equal. So increment my len value, update in LPS of I, go for the next I value. So now 9 less than 11, yes, condition is true. So what I have to do? Compare the character which is present in ch of I and ch of len. Both are equal. If both are equal, increment my len value, update in LPS of I, go for the next I value. So now compare the character which is present in the index value I and len. Both are equal. So what I have to do? Increment my len value, update in LPS of I, go for the next I value. So now condition becomes false. Why condition is becoming false? Because I value is 11. 11 less than 11, condition becomes false. I'll come out of the loop. So this is how I'll be calculating the longest prefix and suffix length. So here in the given string, the longest length of the longest prefix and suffix is 5, which is AA, BAA, AA, BAA. So in the program, what they have asked is, I have to return the substring also. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be returning the substring from the index value 0 to the length of the particular character. So here what I'll be doing is, once the loop got over, what I'll be doing, I'll be returning the substring from index value 0. Yes, dot substring from the index value 0 to the array's last value. So what is the last value? LPS of length minus 1. So here the value is 5. So it is from 0 to 4. These are all the substring which has the longest prefix and suffix. Now let's try to implement it as a program. So here first what I have to do? I have to find the length of the string. Int length is equal to s dot length. Char ch is equal to s dot to char array. I am converting the given string into character array. Now I am going to declare an array called LPS to store the length of the longest prefix and suffix. Okay. So now LPS of 0 is equal to 0. So I will be taking variable called I equal to 1. And then I am going to take one more variable then I will initialize the value is 0. Now take a look. While I less than length. If ch of I equal to ch of len. Both are equal. What I have to do? I have to increment my len value first and then update in LPS of I. Then go for the next I value. In case if both are not equal, I have to check whether len is not equal to 0. If len is not equal to 0, update the len value as LPS of len minus 1. Just go one step backward, take the value which is stored in the LPS of array and store it in the variable called len. In case if len is equal to 0, update the LPS of I value as 0 and go for the next I value. That's all. Finally, what I have to return? I have to return the substring because here we don't want to find the length of the longest prefix and suffix. We have to return the substring. So I will be returning the substring. So yes dot substring. I am going to use the substring method from the given string yes, which is from the index value 0 to in the array on the last index value whatever the value stored that has to be given here. So LPS of len minus 1 because index value of array always starts from 0, right? So len minus 1. That's all. This is the logic of the program. Let's run the code now. It's a pass the test cases. Let's submit the code. Is it pass all the test cases? That's all.